Hope you're having a relaxing day off. Bah, I will be. As soon as this is done, I'm probably going to go back to bed. No, I'm going to walk dog. I'm going to walk dog because, yeah, I've walked him once this morning. Today will be the first day. I will reclaim the 3 walks a day. I'm going to take him to the park. He's going to be confused as shit. He's going to be like, I thought this was only when I was a puppy. Months ago. Literally. It's literally only been like 6 weeks. I've been walking him 3 times occasionally, but yeah. He's going to be like, oh, extra walk? Let's go. He actually does pretty well with baby puppies as well. He just does like the little, like, you know, the dog like play bow thing where their faces and their paws are like down, but their butts are up in the air. Like he'll do that and just like shake his butt until a puppy comes over to him. And then he'll like dodge backwards and like jump around side to side. Like he's very good at not hurting puppies. And yeah, just being kind of like skittish around them. He's like, come play with me. No, don't get too close. It's adorable. Anyway, how far were you on DRV3? I got past the first chapter and I was like, oh, that's cool. I'm gonna come back to that someday. And then believe it or not, my dog ate my disc. You know when kids at school are like, oh, my dog ate my homework? Yeah, my dog literally, I was dumb enough to leave the PlayStation 3 disc just like sitting on top of a table. This is when he was a puppy. He was teething. He dragged the fucking box down and chewed it up. He didn't swallow anything, obviously, but the disc was destroyed. He just chewed all through the box. The disc was absolutely shattered. He actually did go on to do that to Tales of Arise in the future as well. And at that point, yeah, I just like got the downloadable version instead. I don't leave things at his head height anymore. Sometimes if he's in a bad mood, he will just grab whatever's at his head height, which is most things, because obviously he's a 160-pound dog. He will just grab things down to the floor and chew them until someone comes to stop him. And if no one comes to stop him, he'll just destroy them. Fun. If a balloon like floats by, he's terrified of it, especially when it comes to like a helium balloon in the house. He would just bark at a helium balloon for like 12 hours. I had to like put it in a closet. So that was fun. He just wouldn't stop barking at it. And then I'd occasionally like bring it out to torture him. I'm not gonna lie. It was a fun time. Bring out the helium balloon, chase him around with it. He runs away from it. Such a good boy. Yeah, he's very intelligent. Too intelligent. He's also so big. Like counters, tables, whatever, they're just his neck size. So I mean, if he goes and stands next to a table or counter, his head will just rest on it. And that's a problem. You have to hide shit from him. If he wants something, he can get to it. There was one time, like, I have a pretty big like kitchen island kind of thing. I put like a chicken salad in the middle. I went out to, I think it was shoveling snow at one point. Come back in, the bowl's on the ground. There is lettuce in the bowl. There is other things in the bowl. The chicken is gone and it's covered in drool. He freaking jumped up onto the kitchen island, knocked down the bowl of chicken salad and like would eat around the freaking chicken. And it just was drowned in drool with all the chicken gone. Ugh. So I had to throw away a whole giant bowl of salad, which was just at that point a drool soup. Did you walk dog? Yeah, painfully. There's been a snowstorm where I am over the night, so we got kind of buried and it turned to ice very quickly because it snowed and then it hailed. So that was fun, kind of slipping and sliding all around the place. I just walked him around a block, but he peed, he pooped, he fine. I normally like snow, but when it gets to ice, it's a problem. And the fact that it just immediately went to ice was just like torture. He freaking loves it. That's the problem. He's a snow dog. He's built for this shit. He gets out there, he sees the snow, and he gets extra energetic and wants to run through it. And then I am trying to stabilize myself while he's trying to pull me along the ice because he's full of energy. Aggravating. And he does this thing where he'll like lay down in it and essentially create what I call a snow dog angel. He just lays down sideways and does like a swimming motion with his whole body. Rolls around in the snow, gets back up. While he's walking along, he'll occasionally just dip his head down, take a little bite of the snow and eat it. Or I guess drink it. He loves the snow. He is built for that shit. And frankly, it's terrifying. I must be adorable. Sure, it's adorable. It's also a pain in the ass. Was it 2 days ago or 3 days ago? Was it yesterday? God, I can't even remember anymore. But I was out in the morning with my dog and it didn't look icy and it wasn't particularly cold, which was weird. But yeah, it didn't look icy at all. So I was just walking normally. I wasn't like preparing to like have any problems. And yeah, my feet just went out under me. It was pure ice. I went down pretty hard on my elbow, my knee on the right sides, both. And then I had to like slide myself over to get out of the middle of the road and then get myself back up. All of the while, my dog, being the idiot he was I think trying to protect me. But the way he was doing this was by essentially putting his front paws and like laying down on top of me every time I tried to get up, which was 160 pounds of extra floof on top of me. But every time I tried to get up, I was basically just being pushed back down till I finally made him like sit down next to me. And then he had to watch. So funny and cute. It was cute at the time. It was annoying. We know how old Cat and Cat are. I don't know. I got them from a shelter. They're not well trained, I can tell you that much. They're pretty silly. All cats are silly. Yeah. They kind of think they run the house. It's a bit of a problem. They tried to eat my turkey bacon this morning. I made the turkey bacon and then went out. But yeah, I came back home and both of them dropped down off of the stove. Does dog like them so far? He's ambivalent. They like torturing him more than anything. And he just growls at them and then they eventually run away. But yeah, no, mostly he'll just be sleeping. That's the only time they'll approach him. They'll come running around. They normally stick their butts in his faces for some reason. I don't know why cats do that, but that's something they do. They rub their fur up against him, like normally their sides against his face, and then stick their butts in his face. And then when he starts to growl at them, they both run away. Which one is cat and which one is cat? It doesn't really matter. Whichever one you want to be cat is cat. Whichever one you want to be other cat is other cat. They're not dogs. They don't respond properly to their names. I mean, if I say cat, they both appear. That's all that matters. Cat confused. They're both called cat. The only time they really appear when I put down their food. Other than that, they do their own stuff. They're cats. They don't have to be dealing with my shit. They go out and try to find field mice. That's what I imagine. They're twins. They are. That's why I had to take two of them. I went to the shelter to get a cat. But they were very cute. They seemed very friendly. I was wrong about that. And they couldn't be separated because they were twins for so long out on the wild. Now we can get cat funds too? No, we can't. The cats don't need funds. They feed themselves. Or else. No, they get fed. They get fed and watered. Although they won't drink from their own water bowl. I literally have a water bowl from them, but they've never drank from it. They always drink from dog's water bowl. It's so aggravating. Does dog mind? Dog doesn't mind, but at the same time, like they have a water bowl right next to their food bowl. He has a food bowl next to his water bowl, and they specifically ignore their water bowl and just walk on over to his, and they'll stop him from drinking when he wants to drink. When I first like pour out the water into his bowl, they will come running over and stick their heads into it, and they'll take their time with it. Sometimes they'll stick their little paws into it and lick it off their paws rather than just drinking properly. And he'll be standing there like prancing left and right, not sure what to do, taking little left and right steps like, I want water. Can I have water? And they'll be on either side of the bowl and like just not let him near. Oh, he'd probably swallow the egg. Oh, he does that with a lot of the treats I give him. It gets really annoying. Like I get this really nice, like fancy, like real chicken breast thing to give him for treats when he like brings me the mail and stuff. I rip it up in pieces and throw it to him bit by bit, and he just inhales it. He just opens his mouth, closes his mouth, and it's gone, and he's ready for the next part. And it's like, if you chewed that, you would enjoy it more. But instead, you inhale it because you just want another bite, and you can't even be tasting it at that point. They always inhale. He brings you the mail. Yeah, he gets me the mail. Easier for him to grab it off the floor than me, so yeah, I just like tap the foot with my floor next to it and say, get it, and dog picks it up for me.
and I just take it out of his mouth. He's well trained. He's a good boy. How was your morning, Fuchan? Oh, I was so late. I woke up this morning at like 9:15 and I was like, oh God, I need to walk dog. And I basically jogged dog rather than walking him. He was very happy. We got to stop everywhere he wanted to stop for him to do his business, but it was a much faster walk than usual.
Where should we go, Riftwalker?
Yeah, I'm not sure if you guys heard that, but somehow one of the cats got into my room. She's meowing very loudly, and she just comes behind me every 5 minutes, and it's just like, and then when I turn around, she runs away. But not poop in my room. Last time she got up here, she pooped in my room. People keep requesting cat streams as well, but you don't understand. I can't. Like, dog is very well trained. He will follow me anywhere. He will sit next to me. And also, you know, chicken makes him very well behaved. Cats, on the other hand, they do not give a fuck. They will follow me occasionally if I like call them over or do like a little kind of thing, or like this kind of thing, like the whole shaking your fingers so it makes that kind of sound. But mostly they just don't give a fuck about me. They show up when it's time for food and then they leave. So you were just like buying back at his ram. I feel that. I do that with my cats all the time. If either one of the cats comes over to me and just meows at me, I'm just like immediately back. And it normally actually makes them communicate. I wonder if that is actually animals trying to communicate, or if they're just like, shut up. Shut up. No, you shut up. No, you shut up. Shut up, dude. Shut up. That kind of thing. Are you with my dog? See, I never... Well... The only time I do that with my dog is when he's barking for ages. Because he is a guard dog, and normally that's useful, but every now and then he just does it because he's being a dick. Like, he sees a rabbit outside or something, and so he'll bark for like 3 minutes in a row. And so when he keeps doing like the... Row, 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 row. Eventually I'll just start shouting back at him like in a silly voice, like, and then he gets like confused by that and comes walking over to me like, what are you doing, human? What is wrong with you, human? Why are you barking? But that works. That stops him. Anyway, how are you? How's Doggo and cats? Really good. Doggo's had a wonderful time. One of the best things that helps my back when it's feeling all tight is like going for walks. So he's been getting lots of short walks, like little 15 to 20 minute walks throughout the day. And I'm just like, ugh, I need to walk. Might as well take dog. And the cats are always doing good. They just do their own thing. One of them is getting really brave though. She keeps trying to jump into my bed, and the last thing I need is hair in my bed. There is hair in every other part of my house. But the fact that she manages to sneak through the door and then tries to jump into my bed, she's very cunning about it as well. Like, she'll sneak in through the fucking room. She'll like hide somewhere in the room because I never see her in the room. I lay down for like 20 to 30 minutes, and then as I'm relaxing, I just feel something like land on the bed, and I freak the fuck out, and it's like, oh good, it's cats. Great. Great. Assassin's cat, pretty much, yeah. It's always the big one. I'm going to decide that one's cats with a C. The big one. One of them is like slightly bigger. One of them is like slightly smaller. So yeah, we're going to say it's cat with a C. She's the big one, the more gentle and loving one. The other one's more of a huntress. They're both apparently pretty good at being ninjas. I woke up nice and early. How long did you play with Doggo, Fuchan? About half an hour. He got tired after that. He really likes the duck because the duck has a little squeaker. He hasn't had a squeaky toy in a while because he normally they last like 3 days. He'll get bored at one point of it and just start grabbing it with his paws and ripping it apart to get the squeaker out. And then once the squeaker's out of the actual toy, he doesn't like it anyway. Thankfully, he hasn't done that with the duck yet. He's had it for about 5 days. And so far, he's actually been gentle with it. Maybe he's actually learning. He doesn't want to play tug of war with it. He just kind of goes over, picks it up with his big old meaty jaws, finds the squeaker. Eventually, when he finds the squeaker, he squeaks it like 2 to 3 times, shakes his head about, throws it across the room, and then turns to look at me like, did I do good? And he always waits for me to be like, oh my God, what did you do to the duck?
And then he goes running over and picks up the duck again, as if to say, it's okay, I've still got the duck. And yes, to the people who asked, I did also get my cats a thing. I got them a new scratch post because they destroyed the last one. Somehow, even though it was a very strong scratch post, they managed to break it to the point where every time they tried to jump on top of it, it shook left and right a lot and they just couldn't stay on top of it. So I got them a new scratch post as well. They're happy and I don't have to see them as much, which is nice. Safety. But yeah, dog loves his new toy.